Breaking news coming in, which is new right now. We've got NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport as well as Tom Pelissero. Mike Garafolo, this question goes to you. Have the Eagles found their new head coach?
The Eagles have found their new head coach, per me and the two folks to my right here. It is Nick Sirianni. They are making the move there. I'm not going to say it's official because you got to dot the I's and cross the T's. But Nick Sirianni, the offensive coordinator for the Colts, who worked with Frank Reich out there the last couple of years. And we know what that Eagles organization thinks of Frank Reich. So maybe this is the next best thing to bring him back. It's Nick Sirianni, 39 years old, a young, highly thought of offensive mind. He will be the new Eagles head coach. And now we can get into what does it mean for Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts and all that stuff. But right now, the Eagles have their man after an exhaustive search that also included some flirtation with Josh McDaniels. But in the end, this was the guy that the Eagles were most impressed with during the interview process. 39-year-old Nick Sirianni from Jamestown, New York, home of, do you know? Patrick?
I have no idea.
Roger Goodell.
Hell,
Roger Goodell and Lucille Ball, by the way.
Batting leadoff there, 1-2. You can argue over who deserves to be at the top of the Wikipedia entry. Tom, your reaction to this pick for the Eagles?
Well, it became apparent over the past 48 hours or so, Patrick, that Nick Sirianni had a very good chance to be the Eagles' next head coach. They interviewed him first on Tuesday extensively for several hours. He impressed in that interview. Then yesterday, after they met with Saints defensive coordinator Dennis Allen, they brought Sirianni back a second time to continue that conversation. Now, certainly there appeared to be a lot of support also for the possibility of Josh McDaniels, who, while he comes from the same side of the ball, also represents something different. He had been a head coach before. He knows what he wants the program to look like, and certainly in his past opportunities, McDaniel had wanted to proceed in a specific way. With Sirianni, you have somebody who's a first-time coach. He's been on my annual Rising Head Coach candidates list over the past couple years, someone who is really high energy. He works with Frank Reich, who, of course, is a very stoic type of steady personality. With Sirianni, you certainly feel him when he is in the room. That's something that he's going to bring to this team. And Carson Wentz, who is now going to be charged with developing in all likelihood, because as Mike has said in the past, the Eagles made clear to a lot of the head coaching candidates, they still see Carson Wentz as a part of their team in 2021.
Well, we spent so much time, Tom, talking about is Carson Wentz going to go anywhere? Is he going to get traded? Is he going to go to Indianapolis? Instead, what it seemed the Philadelphia Eagles did was bring Indianapolis to him. They don't get Frank Reich, someone who obviously had a close relationship and worked very well with Carson Wentz, but they get Frank Reich's top lieutenant, top developer of quarterbacks in Nick Sirianni, who is expected to be the new head coach of the Eagles as soon as they finalize and finish out this deal. Perhaps it is going to be Sirianni and whoever he hires as the offensive coordinator, though of course you'd imagine he'd be heavily involved in the offense. It is going to be Sirianni who is now charged with fixing this quarterback position. Hard to imagine a more challenging quarterback situation in the NFL because you have Carson Wentz and you have Jalen Hurts, and everything could happen as far as it relates to both of those guys. But the Eagles have identified their guy who they believe is going to get it done. And that, guys, leaves the Houston Texans as the only team to not have a head coach.
So one more storyline there. You said, Ian, anything could happen with the quarterback, so that answers my question with regards to Carson Wentz, seeing as the Colts just had a quarterback position open up, and we know about Frank Reich and his relationship.